likely gonna run out of gear today.
And fingers crossed.
Over the last few weeks, we've been overhauling our front engine Harbor Freight 670 power drag rail. We've lost almost 10% of the vehicle's weight. We've increased horsepower with a turbo and a nitro-methanol fuel blend, and we put stickier tires on it for a better coal shot. And in today's episode, we're going to the drag strip to lay down, hopefully, its fastest time yet. But first, we need to do a few last-minute modifications to set us up for success at the track.
So the old belt held up to 50 wheel horsepower and 60 foot-pounds of torque. We have this new unit, we need to prep it and get it installed. In order to do that, I have to lift the engine. And your prayers have been answered. We have a new charge pipe, so we will be replacing the radiator hose with the proper technology.
Yep, we need to support the carburetor and a few other here and there things, and we're gonna head right to the track, get this thing down the road.
690.
690.
Yeah.
First off, we cleaned the torque converter and added a new edge for better bite, and fixed the self-clearancing on our primary chain. Because we ran into belt slip at the dyno, we were recommended to prep our new belt for optimum performance, which included washing and lightly torching the edges to remove the manufacturing oils. We also replaced our radiator hose and spring-filled charge pipe with a stiffer hose, hoping to improve boosted air and fuel flow into the engine. After all our last-minute modifications, we fired up the engine to hear it run one last time before loading up.
So the last thing we had to do before we head to the track was write all of our supporter names on the firewall.
That's right. A few episodes ago, we said that anyone who ordered one of our Vote for Turbo t-shirts would get their name written in permanent marker on the firewall of the drag rail. And as you can see, we have a lot of supporters, and there is still some room left. So if you want to support the drag rail build, support Cars and Cameras, go to our website, cars-cameras.com, pick up a Vote for Turbo t-shirt, and we will write down your name, or whatever name that you put, as long as it's not profane, on the firewall of the drag rail. That's while supplies last. So thank you all for your support. Let's hit the track, guys.
All right.
We made it to the track. It goes hot in just a few minutes, but we got here, we're unloaded, we're ready to go. We forgot gears, so yeah, Charles doesn't know that we forgot gears, but we're likely gonna run out of gear today. But if we can go faster, have a much quicker 60 foot, we're gonna be happy.
Well, here's another shot at the difference in there.
In the jet size, we're getting the methanol jet thrown in there.
Yeah, you got a groundhog burrow, and then you got a hallway. All right. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Now is the time we've all been waiting for. We're gonna fire this thing up as soon as John gets done with hooking up the camera.
Going as fast as I can.
All right, it's all right. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get in, get my helmet on. Charles is gonna get me centered up and stuff, and
I'll get you a drink, make you comfortable. You'll be all right.
all right, sweet.
Here's off. Come on. Turn it on.
So we're getting ready for the first run. Ike is in the driver's seat. We're just doing the 8 PSI or so of boost. We might do a moon tune. later, depending on how it does. So Ike's just warming it up there. We're just minutes away. I'm going to pause this right here to show all the flying shrapnel. Now, we're going to do a play-by-play of what exactly happened later on in the episode because there's quite a bit going on here. I hope he's okay, dude.
Yeah, I know. I hope he's okay because he might have gotten sprayed and he can't get out.
Yeah.
So
Are we allowed to run down there?
they're checking on him, but
That's what's called moon tune.
yeah, but that was regular boost, man.
I know.
I'm that guy. Did I mess up the track too bad?
Oh, we got oil.
Blew up the torque converter. And yeah.
The torque converter exploded.
The torque converter exploded?
Yeah.
Hey, where's the air filter?
Hey, they're getting it down there.
Is he okay?
He's perfectly fine. He stood up real quick. I heard from Carson that the torque converter blew up.
Okay.
There's a hole in the torque converter, so maybe a weight chunked out.
Well, we're running 50 horsepower to the wheel through a torque converter rated for 30 that we lightened.
Yeah.
So maybe that has to do with it.
I don't know what happened.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're towing it and they're picking up pieces and the air filter and I don't know what
the damage is.
I wish we could find the pieces, but I didn't want to hop out on the track.
Yeah,
we're already getting looked at.
Well, we're already ruining a bunch of
And for
people's
anybody
night,
that was here at the track, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Because it's embarrassing. We feel it.
Yeah. We don't want to be the people that.
And we're not the
destroy
only
track.
ones, but this is not what we want to do. No one wants to do this.
Yeah.
So bad. I've never oiled down the track before. This is the first. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! My apologies! Sorry! I'm so sorry! It's good. It's good. Blew up the torque converter.
Yep. And ripped the oil line off the turbo.
Yep.
So that was the oil.
That was the oil.
Okay, so we got to turn on the camera real quick.
I blew up the torque converter.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Dude, get a shot. Look at this. Look at his goggles.
I'm so glad we did not bring that 3/4 shell.
Do we have any towels?
Yeah, I got
spicy.
you. I got
Grab
you.
that
Dude,
towel.
I got
Yeah.
covered in oil. I saw something fly off. I thought it was a head.
It was the air filter. You thought it was
I
the
thought it
head.
was a head.
It was the air filter.
And when I came to a stop, I'm listening and I'm hearing it going. I'm like, yeah. Like there's no weights left.
It didn't hit the battery somehow.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
gnarly, dude.
Dude, it chewed.
Or the flywall, the firewall.
Dude, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're still running on adrenaline right now.
That's
Where's
gnarly.
there's no shrapnel? Like, I'm surprised the battery doesn't have a crack in it or something. I mean, like,
Right.
look at all this metal.
Oh yeah.
Hey, where'd it go? Oh, dude, look at the dent in the exhaust. That piece went straight
Dude,
up.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did they give you a time slip?
No.
It really took off though. Like it was pretty quick.
Out of the hole.
No, the whole shot was terrible, but-
Terrible, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So how about this? I'm really glad the torque converter didn't blow up at the dyno.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we broke the carburetor, but it's just the bowl. So luckily we can maybe just get a new bolt, because it's like one of these little raised bosses on the bottom. Just snapped it right off.
Might want to back out when he's talking about it, because he's pointing at the carburetor, but we can't see it. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so
Charles, do it again.
The hose clamp took quite a hit. There's a smack spot on the turbo, and as you can see, there's a dent like right there in the bowl of the carburetor, and it broke. It broke one of these raised pieces off, so it's just leaking fuel right now.
So you're saying it'll be fine?
It'll be fine with a new bolt.
And torque converter.
They just gave us our air filter back with the sock on it. All right, so it's the end of the night, and they're letting us on the track to go look for parts. So he took off right here, bogged pretty bad. And then, I don't know, somewhere around right here, it like hooked and booked. And this thing was so fast for about 2.3 seconds. And then we started seeing some smoke, and I thought a head came off, but it was the air filter and torque converter bits. Dude, are those pieces? Nah, check it out.
Pretty big piece.
It's a pretty big piece, dude.
Yeah.
That was 10 paces from the side of the track. Like that direction.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I went past the ditch over there and stuff. There's another piece that made it over that part. This is oily. Or is that wet?
I think it's just condensation.
Wet.
There's a lot of damage.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure one wound up on the other side of the ditch, but I looked and I just couldn't find anything. So, so I guess this is good enough, I suppose.
I don't think we're gonna be able to put Humpty back together again, man.
No.
The weights in that torque converter are probably in the atmosphere.
In orbit.
We made it back to the shop after the embarrassment last night, and after reviewing the footage, there are like at least 24 parts going everywhere, and we could only find 2 of them. So we're gonna get this thing jacked up in the air, yank the engine out, and do a thorough damage inspection of the CVT unit. So the lights turn green, the engine breaks up because it's not fully warmed up, and you see a little bit more smoke come out the exhaust. And then for just a few seconds, this thing hooks and books while also cooking the belt. We removed the tachometer, so we don't know exactly what RPM this engine was spinning at, but we know it was likely over 8,000 RPM, which is most of the reason why our torque converter exploded.
We're starting to get distortion from the drive pulley. That is because the belt is slipping and the RPM accelerates.
The weights in the primary pulley, they did some damage to the exhaust. They knocked the air filter off, damaged our carburetor bowl, and pieces went everywhere. A few pieces even passed the rail.
Look, you can see the oil coming out of the turbo. It's pretty bad. We did not make friends that day. Now this torque converter is only rated for 30 horsepower, and we were pushing it well beyond its limits. So we're not at all surprised that this happened.
So the working theory on why we blew the CVT primary pulley is that basically the belt slipped, the engine over revved, and the primary just couldn't handle the centrifugal force. We didn't have a tachometer on the rail the other night at the track, but if you compare it to our pre-turbo run, we were spinning about 7,100 RPM at the end of the track, and the RPM the other night when we lost our primary was significantly higher than that. I'll play the 2 clips here. So you can hear that when the primary let loose, the engine was spinning quite a lot higher. So not only were we doubling the amount of power recommended through this CVT, we also, I'm sure, greatly exceeded the maximum recommended RPM. So we're likely going to be looking for something out of a snowmobile CVT. The issue is going to be getting it to fit.
All right, there is like No damage whatsoever. Nothing hit the firewall.
Oh, so you're telling me that if people buy more Vote for Turbo t-shirts, there's room for their names on this side too?
Absolutely.
Good to go.
Yeah. Ah, dudes, the dent in the exhaust came from a weight from the driven pulley. It's a round.
There's another one there, it looks like, too.
That looks like shrapnel from the
Yeah, because if there's scarring on the metal, it's something sharp.
Yes.
But since it's like a round dent, it would be a weight.
It was a weight.
Yeah.
We're lucky that those were basically bullets flying
yeah.
through the air.
Oh, yeah.
There's enough force there. It was like being shot at by a 22
Are you saying
rifle
you were
or something.
Keanu Reeves? Dodging bullets?
Well, I didn't have to do that. Thankfully, we had the firewall, which we didn't need.
There's no damage on the firewall.
There's no damage on the
whatsoever.
firewall. Yes, we need it,
What
but
are you talking about? It's full of holes.
yeah, that's for lightening it up. So it appears the only damage is from the exhaust. We lost our oil return from the turbo. The carburetor has 2 spots in it from shrapnel. And of course
We lost our air filter.
we lost
My
the air
socks.
filter because you lost your socks.
I lost my socks, man.
The damage is not as bad as it looked like on video. But dude, like hearing the people go, oh, whenever it went, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, we're those guys.
Carmaine, can you lift it?
Yep.
Thank you.
That enough?
Yep. Yes, it is. All right.
So we're going to take apart this CVT, and while supplies last, we're going to put blown up drag rail chunks in random orders on our website, cars-cameras.com. So in addition to Vote for Turbo and getting your name on the firewall, any order will potentially get you a piece of our blown up CVT unit. That's while supplies last. It's a great way to help support Cars and Cameras and help us afford whatever's coming next. And it's also an opportunity for you to get potentially a piece of Cars and Cameras history.
I'm sure we'll use this backing plate on something else because I spent a lot of time on this backing plate and there's nothing wrong with it.
So at this point, we are back to the drawing board, and you guys in the audience can do 2 things that would be a huge help to us. Number 1, hit that thumbs up button. Number 2, let us know in the comments what kind of drive system should we be looking at. Judging by our 670 2-stroke we have over there, fitting it would be super, super tight. We really need a CVT system that is going to hold up to 50, 60, 70 horsepower, maybe even more. Remember, this made 50 horsepower to the wheels with a slipping belt. So our engine could be making 60, 70, even more. We don't know. We need something bulletproof. We've seen a lot of comments saying put a Harley-Davidson transmission in there. That would be awesome. We would also need to completely redesign our axle as well, but jamming gears in this would be sick. Let us know in the comments what kind of CVT do we need to be looking out for, or transmission. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget, cars-cameras.com. Pick up some merch, support the channel. Maybe get your hands on some blown up Cars and Cameras parts. We'll catch you next time.
Hold the CVT drive.
Yep, primary.
And we can center it where we want it, the primary.
Yep.
And then it can go to dang it, a third jack shaft.
So just got rid of
jack
it.
shaft, jack shaft, jack shaft.
No.
Oh god.
That's so much.
Please leave a comment. Don't let him put 3 jack shafts on this thing.
Just trying to make it work.
I know, I hear you, dude.